Века вас вижу, двоих, да? Непанутых. Привет, Креду, привет, Вайт. У меня тут темные века, драгонаги. Блядь, где мой геймкапчер? То есть сказать, что не непанутый. Мне еще самому непки проходить, как закончу с некоторыми другими японскими играми, блядь. Мне еще много чего проходить. Ничего, реквесты закрою. Так возьмусь.
You seem so deep in thought, my dear Sten. Thinking of me, perhaps? The two of us together at last?
Yes.
Так, а мне что, силы не хватает для этой хуйни, да?
What did you say?
You will need armor, I think, and help. Is it true that surfacer elves are murderers and thieves?
Ah, the social strata quickly makes itself evident no matter where one goes.
Опа, оружие. Сюда лут. Я не помню даже, за кого мне надо проходить. Зрамар. Если честно. Но я у вас сворую все, что у вас есть.
As you wish.
Потому что вы мне сделаете?
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land.
This should be easy enough.
Бля, тут нечего воровать.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're in. The key fighters we lost were... You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one... If you need to find me again...
Давайте пойдем за тем, кого назначили королем. А не тот, кто выебывается.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Честно говоря, самая интересная встреча, грубо говоря, со своими, Это если ты играешь за Noble Дворфа, попасть в Азрамар. Это прям, ну, я помню, самые интересные диалоги были.
Thief! Who would... Orden, I'm outraged. A thief in the shaper. I did. Ah, he's probably in the slum.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was... The memories often speak of the swiftness. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you. That is an odd especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? Brother Burkle said as much. But Orzammar is more than capable of caring for its own. Wherever this chantry has spread, were we to let these preachers into Orzammar, so far the world has done... Now, if there's nothing else, if you are trying to threaten Orzammar from inside its own walls, you are sadly... So far the world has... Now, if there's nothing else, you are...
Right.
О, смотри, кто левелапнулся. Время тебе качнуть немного каннинга, где-то до 15, до 16. А потом время будет качать Constitution, потому что ты, что Алистер будете выживать, пока я буду демажить.
Let's get started.
Oh, pardon. Not that I could really help. I was They were a noble house once. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruin. A Grey Warden? I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have... Yes, if you could...
Ah, you return, Warden. Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. The Shaper, the men, they ensure we forget nothing of our past. Good, your present.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in... Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king. And we are... My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your request. That hurts worst of all. That Harrimont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such... After that, you understand why Balin, however reputable that stranger might be. Wait, we must be cautious about whom to trust. Harrimont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion, but if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
Very well. I will be here.
Пошел нахер.
So, news of the hour. Lord Harrowmont entrenched. They voted on everything, or something like that. Orzammar must change to survive.
Right.
Ну, в Royal Palace надо что-то спиздить. Это же должно быть что-то, что можно спиздить. О!
Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Обращайтесь. Я вроде бы уже понемногу разбираюсь с врагами. Плюс-минус.
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont's insinuation.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Lord Balin is bad man. Yes, very bad.
You have come at a difficult time.
2 years tomorrow.
I'm only asking because you never know who's gonna get hungry. Oh, I had a little... except when forging, then I'm...
Балета и респекаться мне все равно не получится.
What's this? I'm sorry. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today. Into the deep roads? Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens, or... Of course not. Down here, you're... Ugly beasts they are. A few outposts. It's an... Anyone who can bear arms can... Into the deep... Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on... What anyone...
You don't think...
And now she's an ancestor. No one left.
Естественно, мне не пускают Дипродс. Начало Дворфа начинается с Дипродс, блять. Я прохожу испытание за лупой по голове.
Yes, Warden. What is it? You said it. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Yes.
Еще чекнем Датстаун.
Why do is up against their betters? This I know.
We'll get plenty for their kid once we cut them out of it.
Мне его еще раз.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a... Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in... Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few... human kings, you know. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff. You want an You can keep it. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you more so for... Most dwarves born down here have a natural... The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages... Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got...
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Well, our business is kind of... It's illegal in Orzammar for you to engage in protected trade. Why don't you...
Пожалуй, возьму.
You're back. You got more business for me? Of course.
Я помню, как я страдал, когда я сам приходил и не хотел Морриган переодевать с ее тряпок в что-то другое. А сейчас мне похуй, как то выглядит. Статы, блядь. Статы. Статы важно.
Spare a bit. Have you a coin? It's for my son. He's sick. Thank you. But no, I can't bear to even think of it. My son's father is... Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and protect... I cannot... The shape... He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. No, he's my son. Now thank you for the coin.
As you wish. Right.
Сундучок.
Let's get started.
Больше стрел. Хороший домик.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. Is that so? What makes you think anyone here... You've walked into a sodding...
Stay still! Lost three on you. Hey!
Вор должен сидеть в тюрьме. Proving Grounds. Ну окей.
You know, you never did tell me how you passed the time in that cage for so long.
No, I didn't.
So... what did you do in there?
A training exercise.
Watch for Pio Knight. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the...
This is a private area. Combatants only.
Guard, yes. As you...
Ладно, эти не будут говорить, пока я не стану бойцом.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Nor I you, but it's pretty obvious who you're working for. So I take it you weren't sent here to find out if I withdrew from the Proving. In that case, never mind. Don't think there's anything you can say.
Aha, you're back. Did you wish to fight in the... Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you... Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? I'll just call you Grey Warden, since those elven names are such a mouthful. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start? That's what I... Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring. Come back.
Теперь я могу с ними поговорить.
You must be the Grey Warden.
They said the Warden's here to fight.
I guess we'll have to show what kind of tricks we learn in Orzammar.
We know plenty.
But we don't like to share.
But the answer...
So you're the Grey Warden Lord Harriman brought in to replace his missing fighters. The Idukans have held the throne for 9 generations. The Assembly should have turned to every last member of our line before handing Orzammar. Just watch. The ins...
Ну ладно, токсики.
Didn't I say I need to concentrate? There's plenty of time to congratulate me after the fight. I fought when Miyaja and Piotin's the best. I mean, so you're the great... It's an honor. Really, a privilege. They say on the service, they're the only ones who fight Darkspawn, and everyone the Blight. Then that must mean you want recruits. I bet you're here to pick the best fighters. Am I right? If that's true, it must be because of the king. Believe me, I promise, as soon as Balin's on the throne, you'll have as big an army as you need. Ooh, that wasn't smart. You don't want to get on Prince Balin's back. Actually, if you're fighting for Harriman.
Nah.
So, you decide to watch the fights then? A surfacer ought to liven things up. Well, it won't matter much given the caliber of folks you're up against. Front row, name's but my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
If you're looking for seats, speak with a guardsman.
Покиль меня, пожалуйста. Спасибо, Мориган. Ага, нашелся.
Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything. I have a collector in mind who acts sensible. I think you'll find the pleasure doing business.
Продамся за деньги.
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone. They're an When the woman who joined her order cut out their tongue. I am Ferinden. As a silence, as you might imagine, she requires my service. The Silent Sisters support the sitting king. They are loyal servants to the Idukans. May the ancestor...
You looking at something?
Never understood. Prince Balin will be happy to hear I've flattened you into the dirt. When the sun shines and...
Find us a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. And we've got some young fighters ready to go.
Right. Let's get started.
Блять, Chain Lightning. Это было принципиально хуёво.
Very well. Let's make this quick! As you wish. All right. On it. Attack! Go down! Done. As you wish. All right. Done. Off I go. I taste steel. On it. All right. Off I go. Right. All right. As you wish. Off I go. Very well. Off I go. Just die already! Off I go. Down you go! Very well, as you wish. Take that! Right then. All right, that's it. Maker. Very well, done. All right. Off I go. Very well.
Мощный мужик.
Off I go.
Наконец-то стан на него сработал.
have at it!
Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. Let me know if you want to go again. I'll be...
Hi.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. It's a pleasure. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. I bet he did. It's not so much what happened. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he can see. Oh? And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly? Whatever Harriman's plan is, I'm sorry.
Мне нужно выйти на поверхность по-быстрому, если меня пустят. Забежать в лагерек. И в город один. Мне нужны хилки.
You seem so deep in thought, my dear Sten. Thinking of me, perhaps? The two of us together at last?
Yes.
What did you say?
You will...
You seem so deep in thought, my dear Sten. Thinking of me, perhaps? The two of us together at last?
Yes.
You know what the Regent reminds me of, the way he's acting? What? You and your friends are formidable.
Indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Зайдем в деревеньку.
You have fine weapon and arms.
Попался торговец.
And after the deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Просто, конечно, где я могу закупиться хилками.
I'll do some.
Или хотя бы травами. Травами, может быть, у эльфов можно закупиться. Хотя но без хилок будет трудно. Хоть квесты поздавал. Уже имею 15 золотых.
On it. Trap! Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Trap! Trap! As you so be it. I shall do it. Weapons at the ready! Right. Let's get started. Oh, time to shine! You had it! Right. Let's get started. It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me! Hey! Let's get started. This should be easy enough. On it.
Сюда лут.
Trap!
И сюда экспу. А теперь пора пиздиться.
You seem so deep in thought, my dear Sten. Thinking of me, perhaps? The two of us together at last?
Yes.